Hey everybody, hope y'all are having a fantastic day so far today and doing well. Today we got some exciting but kind of sad news about a particular series that I enjoyed and that I wanted to talk about a little bit here today. And that series is The Duke of Death and Its Maid. So The Duke of Death and Its Maid, it's a series that came out last year, had an anime adaptation that came out last year in July of 2021 during the summer season of anime, and I enjoyed the heck out of it when it did air during that season. It was one of my favorites at that time. But we got some news for it not that long ago, about a week ago, saying that the manga for it is going to be ending pretty soon. So in 6 chapters that the series is going to be wrapping up and like resolving everything that's kind of going on with it and everything, resolving those plot points and ending the series essentially, which is, like I said, exciting because there's a lot of mystery in this series and there's a lot of questions that need to be answered and stuff that we are kind of hinting towards and kind of working towards during that first season of the anime. But in the manga, you know, like all that stuff's going to be tied up and resolved and everything, and we're going to be getting those questions answered. So that's exciting. But of course, a series that you enjoyed a lot at one point and everything, it's sad to see it go and sad to see it end and everything and not getting more content for that on a somewhat regular basis, you know. But yeah, they let us know that that was going to be happening. It's going to be ending pretty soon. It's going to be releasing on a bi-weekly basis. But if you guys by chance don't know what the series is about, it's about a boy who had a curse placed upon him by a witch. We don't know who the witch was or why the witch did what they did, but they placed the curse on the boy, and the curse was if any kind of living thing touches the boy, then they would just die. They would wither and die out and stuff. And that was just kind of interesting to me when I first saw it and saw the premise for it and everything. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. But at the same time, when that happened, the boy's mother and everything, she was scared of it and she didn't want the boy being around the family and stuff, and just didn't like the fact that a curse was placed on the boy and couldn't handle it and everything. So she segregated him away from the rest of the family and placed him in an old mansion somewhere else. And his only sort of interactions and friends and stuff that he had was his butler that resides there, and then as well as the maid, the gorgeous Alice that you've probably seen in like different memes or different pictures and stuff like that. And Alice, this girl, she like flirts with him and does all kinds of stuff, pushes the boundaries very, very close to the point where she's about to touch the dude and end up, you know, killing herself essentially because she knows, she's aware that he has the curse on him. But Alice, you know, she enjoys his company and flirts with him a whole bunch, and like I said, pushes those boundaries and almost crosses that line, and she teases him a whole bunch too like that. But even though she's teasing him and doing all that stuff, her love for him and affection is very, very real, and his love and affection for her is very, very real as well. And kind of seeing that aspect of like how they kind of deal with things and stuff, like kind of like a rom-com-ish situation with some fantasy elements thrown into there as well with them, and how they kind of combat and try to figure out what's going on, what the curse is and stuff is, it's really interesting, and I can't wait to see more of it. If you guys have seen it before, there is a season 2 that is in the works, which is pretty exciting. So we get to see more anime adaptation of this story kind of play out in the future at some point when it does end up coming about. But yeah, that's kind of what the story is about. And if you guys haven't seen it already, highly recommend watching it. It's a pretty fun and pretty cool watch. It does look a little bit weird because the majority of the animation in it is CGI, but it's not bad CGI. It's like at some points you can't even tell that it is really CGI, but there are other moments where you can tell just a little bit. But it's, like I said, it's not bad CGI. It's not like crazy like Berserk 2016 CGI where it just looks god awful. It actually looks pretty nice, and it doesn't bother me like one bit when you do get into the show and stuff. So highly recommend watching it again. Like I said, if you guys do like fantasy or like rom-com-ish series with some sort of mystery, supernatural kind of you know, fantasy elements thrown into the mix and everything too, then I highly recommend you watch it because it's pretty cool. Premise is cool. Like I said, the manga is slated to be ending pretty soon, and if it stays on schedule, it's slated to be ending around the May time frame. It's been going on for a decent amount of time now. It's been going on for 5 years in serialization, so not a super long time, but not a super short amount of time either. A decent lengthy series, and that we're going to be getting some questions answered for pretty soon with everything wrapping up and stuff. But that's all I wanted to kind of touch on in this video here today. Talk about a series in particular that I really enjoyed last year, that I know a lot of other people probably enjoyed as well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below of the series in general, if you guys watched the anime or if you guys have been reading the manga, if you guys are excited about this to be getting some questions answered, or if you guys like how you guys enjoyed the characters and stuff, if you guys are going to be sad to see them go. But yeah, give me a like on the video if you guys did like it, and I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys for watching. See ya.